Welcome back, dear viewers, and today we have a very special guest, Almas, a lawyer here in our beautiful state of Kuwait, to tell you all about how to start a business with the protection of a lawyer. So, good evening to you, Almas.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
You're most welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here on Hala Kuwait to share with us all kinds of information about business law. So, therefore, for a business to protect itself, why is having a lawyer in the business important?
So basically, everyone should understand that lawyers are there to protect you. They're basically a type of insurance. So us as lawyers, we ensure that you maintain a separate, or let's say a separate legal personality by helping you like establish or incorporate as an LLC under Kuwait company laws. Okay. So we ensure your personal assets like your personal home, your private bank accounts are not shielded, they're shielded from business creditors. So without a lawyer to ensure you follow corporate formalities, you risk piercing the corporate veil, which could make you personally liable for business assets.
All right. I'm sure it is definitely for a business. It's very important to have a lawyer.
Of course.
To protect all kinds of liabilities facing the customers and also for the business itself. Therefore, how does a lawyer also as a success insurance for the company?
So basically, a lawyer prevents you from heartburn. Okay. So failing to renew a commercial license or even missing a documentation in a filing for like a government entity can result in heavy fines or even the closure of your shop or your office. So us as lawyers, we ensure that you maintain the right documentations within the right government sectors or the sector that is asking for your documentations in order for you not to go through any mishaps or like costly administrative shutdowns.
All right, so that means if I have a business and I go out, for example, and sign a deal with a customer, the lawyer is there to back me up to write a clause that is unviolated or unplayable with.
Of course, definitely. Like in Kuwaiti business culture, a well-drafted contract, usually in Arabic and in English, signals high professional standards within your corporation. So a lawyer ensures that your terms and regulations and your force majeure clauses are enforceable in Kuwaiti courts. So they can also structure agency agreements like that can protect your rights with local distributors or even foreign principals.
All right, it is definitely important to have a lawyer.
Yes, of course, definitely.
So, dear viewers, we have today Almas Qammaz here on Hala Kuwait to explain to us all kinds of law things to make your business successful. Therefore, Almas, how does a lawyer make more deals for the business itself?
Okay, so basically, a lawyer tries to maintain the right legal norms that your company goes through and try to draft a right contract in order for you to crack the deals. So in order for you to crack a great deal for foreign investors or even local investors, you need to keep your documentations clean. Because investors they go to due diligence, and if they smell or find something that is fishy, they will never invest in your corporation.
Yes, definitely. Credibility for the business is a must. As you said, foreign investors are looking for something credible to put all their money in there.
Yes.
And therefore, we want to move on to our next question, Almas, about the protection of the brand itself as an identity for the business.
Yes. So Kuwaiti law follows a first-to-file system for trademarks in the Ministry of Commerce and Industry platform. So a lawyer doesn't like design your logo, but they patent it for you and they register it in the ministry. So this prevents brand squatters from registering your name and taking your brand, and then you will be in trouble, and then they will force you not to use your own logo. So us as lawyers, we can enforce your rights against counterfeiters through the Kuwaiti customs or courts.
All right, so a business definitely needs a lawyer to maintain the brand of the slogan,
Definitely,
as you said.
Yes.
I know some people who didn't do that, and another corporation just took their brand away and they operated like that.
In that case, they have to remove all the brand logos from their own identity and restructure their whole brand, basically.
All right, and therefore, Almas, we want to ask you, what do you think of the people who use contracts like from AI or templates online? What are the risks of them using these templates?
Yeah, so as you know, today everyone is using ChatGPT, AI, or even online to get their own contracts made without going to a lawyer. So most free templates are based on US or UK laws, which often contradicts Kuwait Civil Code. Okay. So, for example, certain penalty clauses or interest rates common in Western templates may be void or illegal under Sharia law in Kuwait. Okay. So AI often misuses or misses the nonsense of the Kuwaiti labor law, or specifically the Ministry of Commerce and Industry requirements, leaving you with a contract that is void and worthless in Kuwaiti courts.
Yes, so definitely a lawyer in the business company, even if it's a startup company, the lawyer must be the backbone of the legal enterprise.
You know, there's a saying, every person requires a trusted doctor and a trusted lawyer. So this is how we act with our corporation life and our, relationship with our clients.
Yes, and moving on, Almas, about hiring and firing employees in the organization and why it is important for the employer to actually have a lawyer look at the clauses before he does anything with his employees.
Yeah, so this is like a very critical part where people don't even get it or understand until they get in trouble. So the Kuwaiti private sector labor law is very protective of employees in Kuwait. Okay. So if you fire an employee without following the exact investigation and notice procedure, you could be forced to pay end of service, indemnity, and compensation for abusive termination. Yes. So we as lawyers, we ensure your internal actions are documented correctly to survive a labor department audit.
All right, and this is a really heavy burden on the company itself.
Yes, definitely.
For example, Almas, if I put a job description that doesn't match the employee that I employed, and then I fire him, and then he goes on to sue me in a legal case, does this actually cause something?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like if someone gives you a CV and like with a description that doesn't match their own credibility, that is not under labor law. That falls under fraud. You cannot just submit a CV that is incorrect, basically. But if you hire someone with the correct description and you fire them with no reason, that is not right. Then you're credible, like you will go through the labor courts.
All right, beautiful insights, Almas, for us and our dear viewers. Dear viewers, we shall take a quick break here with this report, and we shall be right back with Almas Qammaz, so stay tuned. Welcome back, dear viewers, and we're still joined this evening by Almas Qammaz, a lawyer here in our state of Kuwait, to ask her more about business law. It's good to be talking to you, Almas.
Yeah, the pleasure is mine.
The pleasure is ours, actually. And we want to know more about internal wars that happen between businesses or companies.
So yeah, as we discussed earlier, many businesses in Kuwait are family-owned or partnerships that face deadlock during disagreements. So we draft a robust memorandum of association that includes squeeze out or buy and sell provisions. This allows the business to move forward even if the partners disagree and stop talking. Okay. So some examples, like if you have an idea and you start a business with a friend or a partner, and then something happens, like a problem happens, and you are not able to talk to that person anymore, but your money is in line, your clients are in line, and you have to move on, then your lawyer should be there from the start to deal with it. So as a corporate lawyer and as an international lawyer, I specialize in contracts, and we always make sure that in the contract there are some clauses that can define this situation, because as I mentioned to you personally, that contracts are like a marriage. You're marrying your partner, and you have to go through ups and downs, their mood swings, your mood swings. So there must be an amicable, definitive from a lawyer in your contract to get your business going.
All right, and it is never too late to actually hire a lawyer.
Of course.
If it's in the middle, right?
Of course,
Like,
it's never too late.
yeah.
Like in Kuwait, even if a lawsuit has been filed, a lawyer can still negotiate. Like, you know, it's in Kuwaiti, we call it sulh, okay? So under the Kuwaiti Code of Civil Procedures, there are specific windows to like file appeals or even counterclaims. This is where your lawyer comes in play and can often negotiate some clauses with the other party.
Yes.
To like have the legal procedures like end there.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're done with internal wars, and God forbid, dear viewers, if you have a business and you're having an internal war with your family or partner, you can definitely seek Almas Qammaz for help.
Definitely, definitely. We always look for the worst case scenario before
All
anything,
right.
like before even signing the contract.
All right, that's really great. And for a business, Almas Qammaz, as we are seeking also foreign investors to come and share their investments here in Kuwait, how does a lawyer really help with future funding and growth for the business itself?
So a lawyer plays a big vital role in this situation. So if you want to take your company to the Borsa Kuwait, which is the stock exchange, or attract foreign investment, your legal house must be clean. Okay, so investors will perform their due diligence. A lawyer ensures all your shares are registered, your licenses are valid, and your contracts are secure, basically. And in Kuwait, a legal mess is the fastest way to kill an investment deal. So you need your lawyer to be with you when you negotiate a foreign, a future growth or a foreign investor, in order for you to have all your documents in place and stated properly.
Yes, definitely. And as you mentioned before, Almas, a foreign investor looking to invest here in Kuwait is searching for credibility.
Definitely.
He's searching for a legal framework that is being involved in the contract itself.
Yes.
For him to enable him to trust the company.
To trust and to invest his, you know, his money here, you know. So I think a lawyer is your best friend in this journey.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
So what is the ultimate advice, Almas Qammaz, you would give any business owner here in our state of Kuwait, or anybody outside coming to invest in Kuwait too?
Yeah, so do not view a lawyer as a luxury for big companies, you know. As I mentioned, your lawyer should be your best friend. Your lawyer is not, or a lawyer is not there only for when you're in trouble. A lawyer is there to help you maintain and get you out of trouble and out of courts before even thinking of getting in courts, you know. So my advice to you is always like have a relationship with a law firm that you trust. Try to sign with them from the start and grow with them. It will only make you look bigger and better and make you grow proper.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And mashallah, Almas Qammaz, you do operate outside in your legal framework.
Yes.
What kind of countries do you operate with?
So I operate with the Westerns, like the US, UK, and I operate in India. And I operate in some Gulf countries as well. I operate with a corporation, basically, where we draft their contracts, amend their contracts for foreign investors who would like to invest in Kuwait, or even Kuwaitis who would like to invest in their countries. So we help them operate in a legal manner and with a trustworthy, law firm. Basically, because you mentioned that, we have a platform which is an application that helps you go through your documentation from Kuwait or from those countries with the other country that you are pursuing your contracts.
That's really great, Almas Qammaz, especially that you are from Kuwait. We are really proud of you.
Thank you, thank you.
You're most welcome. Therefore, dear viewers, let's all thank the coming of Almas Qammaz, a lawyer here in our beautiful state of Kuwait. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
You're most welcome. Therefore, dear viewers, we shall take a quick report and we shall be right back. Stay tuned.